Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for joining Carrie and I. We're trying a couple of things new. So I am going to, hi, Denise. I'm going to click over to Instagram and see if I can go live there as well. And I'm going to also move my face out of the way so you can see our screens a little bit better. All right. Carrie, can you can you still hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday.
All right. And it looks like never have I ever gone live on Instagram.
Are we doing
But it looks like we're live there too. Now, if you are joining us on Instagram, be patient because I don't know that your comments will come through on StreamYard. So, well, hello, beautiful Celeste. But we'll see. I'll pop back and forth. So, what are you up to today, Carrie?
Well, I've been productive, but not as much crafting as I wanted to. I cleaned out my craft space. Y'all, it turned out to be such a beautiful afternoon here. Look, Teresa's here. Janet Birdsall. Hey guys,
Janet
hey
is
everybody.
Janet.
Yeah, I cleaned out. I actually broke out the little shop vac and everything. So it was like
Oh, you got serious.
I
Well, I
got
went
serious. When you break out the shop vac, you're pretty serious.
I was doing a video and all of a sudden I hear the vacuum running right above me in my office and I was
Mhm.
like, well, as you know, it wasn't me. It was my husband. He moved all the furniture and vacuumed under everything and I'm like, not even going to complain that that is really loud. My gosh. I was like,
Yeah,
can't
I've
complain.
been like I said, about I guess it was probably about 11 o'clock. The sun finally decided to show up here in southern Louisiana, and it turned, the wind died down. It's a little cool outside, but it's beautiful afternoon here. Look,
Yeah, it's pretty
Megarooney's
here.
in the house. Hey, Megarooney.
And we got Day Trip Vintage, Mega Rooney.
Trip Vintage is with
And
us.
Sandy Wilhelmina is
Oh
here.
my gosh, Sandy, I feel like it's been forever, Sandy. This job of mine's getting in the way of my crafting friends and career.
I'm telling you, I am so far behind on videos. And you'd think that when I was sick, I would have had plenty of time to do that. But I mean, I couldn't even concentrate on that. I couldn't even pay attention, as they say. I One of the things I showed the other day on one of my hauls was I have that Dymo printer or Dymo
I
logo maker.
saw it. I saw that yesterday.
And I was really worried that the things that I bought wouldn't fit in it, but they
Uh-huh.
did. So when I was sick, that was one of the things that I could do without, pressuring my brain much to think any
Mhm.
farther than that. So I just sat there and made random words, and that's all that these are.
Man,
So,
you scored on that. That's funny because you know what? I have one of the handhelds like you were talking about. Like I'll show it
right.
to you guys, and what I'll tell you, this is what I do whenever I'm
Yeah. Do
making
you
a
guys have
journal.
those? Because that's what I'm working.
Say it again, Angela. I'm sorry.
Oh, we just went out for a second for some reason. No, I didn't say anything.
No, anyway, so what I do is I will make, when I make a journal, I will make a tag that says the paper monkey with my little Dymo. And then
Yeah.
on the you know how you make the little template for your holes when you do like the 3-ring binders? These are specific to the little
Sure.
golden book journals that I make. So whenever I make that little template, I cover it with pretty paper or whatever, and then I'll stick my Dymo label, the paper monkey, on that, kind of like my signature.
Oh yeah, well yours is exactly like mine. So note to everyone, if you didn't see that video that I did where I hauled just I'll show you the little things. They go with, it's kind of an odd little gadget and it's pink and So this is what
Oh,
the
look at that.
this
Yeah.
is what the ones that I scored look like,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Right.
And then this is the kind. So see, they're a little bit differently
They
shaped and
are a little
colored,
bit different. Yeah. Because I was going
but
to
they do.
say on the inside, this is so that it is a little bit different, huh?
But it still works. So
Now, I
no,
think Meg got an older Dymo label, if I remember one of her videos recently. Hey, Pretty Pansies, I'm in southern Louisiana, not Indiana. I know my accent's kind of thick.
hi, Linda. Hello, Linda. So what I decided to do is I was like, okay, obviously I can use these for labels, right? But what if
Right.
I made little dangles with them?
What?
So yeah, so I just decided. So I made a couple, like this one, and I took like the strips off the side of a
Yeah.
scrapbook piece of paper and on my
Yep.
little one, and I
Yep.
just backed it and
Mm-hmm.
put it on. So that could hang. That says tulip.
That
Then I
is
thought, and
really
I
cool.
so simple. And then this one I just put on here so you guys could see it. But I thought it would be cool to poke. Oh, I'm paused. To poke a couple little holes in them and then slide them onto the actual spine of your journal when you're making
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So it's
Yes.
still backed, but then you could put buttons on there and little words.
Right.
And I think they're kind of cute. So I was just going to do a couple of those, and then I've got one of my other sick bay activities or couch crafting. I made a bunch of fabric master boards. And I really like those because it's the ability to like sew with abandon. And
So
you don't
now
have to.
I have not seen that. Did you do a video on the Fabric Master Board? Because I have not.
No, no, I did. Well, I have done them before, but I didn't this time. But I'm going to show you guys. I thought I would just do a couple of these, and then I'll show you how I do mine
Okay.
because I am telling you, it's one of those things that like if you're a beginner and you're scared of sewing or any of that kind of thing, that you can just put these together on paper on collage them out, use very little glue, and then just sew all willy-nilly and not worry about it. And it's
Mhm.
it's just kind of fun. So yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
want
show
to
you.
that for sure. I want a special hello to not. I mean, everybody. I love everybody that's in this room so far, y'all. I hope that y'all all know how much you all mean to me. But we have a new person who I do not believe has ever been to a live craft and chat with us. Her name is Janie. She's the crafting bookworm. I was just recently introduced to her through hashtag tag your turn. And I love her channel's concept. She is a book lover. She loves to read. And she took her love of reading and her love of crafting and combined the two. So you can go to her channel and she does book reviews of books she's read, and she does crafts.
Oh, Janie, welcome. I am so glad to know you, and I will definitely hop over and join and subscribe. I too am a lover of books. I was just telling Dave the other day, I read a lot on my iPad. But in 2022, which is odd, it wasn't 2021, I read 177 books.
Did you?
I surprised myself. I'm like, how is that? And Dave's like, I'm surprised that wasn't 2021. I'm like, no,
Yeah, it really
no,
is.
I don't know how I did that, but um, yeah, that was kind of a surprise to me. I love, love, love to read. Um, although the one kind,
When do you read, Angela? Do you read at night or do you read during the day? How do you do that?
yeah, I read at night.
You do?
Or in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
um, it's different than I also watch YouTube videos or YouTube movies in the middle of the night too. But I don't have to go back and you know reread. I have to go back and rewatch videos when I miss things, So
Yeah.
that's the safe play.
We got
Um,
Hazel Anaka's in the house from
hey,
Canada.
hey,
Hello, Hazel.
Karen Bloom
And
is in the house.
I'm gonna do an honorable mention before you jump into that real quick, because I really want. I know she's gonna be so embarrassed by this, but I just want to say this out loud. If you guys have not checked out Karen Bloom's channel,
Oh yes.
I want you guys. I am so impressed with her development in such a short time of launching her YouTube channel. It is really super inspiring to
It sure.
watch her grow as a creator. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And
second chair clarinet, I got you back, girl.
I was last chair flute, so hey, I'm all in. um, Karen, aren't you a quilter? I'm pretty sure she is. And
Yep. Yep.
I have a question for you then, and that I'm hopeful that you can answer for me. So I was sharing, I just worked on a couple little with the Dymo labels. That was one thing that we can get you her link. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds.
I'll
Or
get it.
Karen,
I'll grab it. Yep.
thank you,
I'll
hon.
grab it.
Um, okay, so one of the things during I wasn't feeling well was that I did these, and I've done these before on the video. I've done them padded, I've done the quilted, some quilted things, and um, but this one I just did basic master boards. And here's why. Because Karen, I found this stuff and I think I know what it is, but I'm going to let you tell me and tell me correctly. All right. I don't know if you can see. Did I put it up? Okay. I believe it's not interfacing, but I believe this is what it's got the grid lines on it. And I believe it is what you as a quilter would use to make sure when you're laying out your pattern that it comes up, that it's all laid out neat and tidy. And I don't know if you guys can see those grids through what my fabric is. But on a recent haul, I got, I think, I don't know if it was fabric, if it was ribbons and stuff. And there was a big roll of this. So it doesn't iron on. I'm like waiting and with bated breath to see what Karen tells me. So I thought, oh, well, I need to use that for something. So that's just what I use, which I've never done before as my base instead of using, I've used felt, I've used quilted um, batting, things like that to make my pieces. But I had all this, so I used it. But I do not exactly know what the proper name is. But for those of you who do know anything about sewing, it feels very similar to interfacing or to heat and bond, except it doesn't really bond. So we'll see if Karen can tell me what it is.
Is
So
that
essentially,
it? Is that
yeah,
your fabric masterboard?
yeah. So I just made a bunch of them. Like this is a big one, and like I said, I was like, well, I need to use that stuff, and so tried it with a couple little ones, and
Wow.
I brought my little tote um, of scraps up, and it's grid interfacing, but not iron. Okay. Gosh, I wasn't too far off. Pat myself on the back for that one, Karen. This one has not been, this one's a big one. This one has not been sewn yet. And I want you guys to see this because I will tell you once again, do not worry about it. If you've never sewn before, if you've never worked with a lot of fabric, literally, I just place this wherever I want it. I always start in my corners, and then I just put a dab of glue. And then when it's all said and done and I've done all my pieces, and I did, like Karen said, this is interfacing, grid interfacing. It would have been great if it was iron on, but I just laid it on there. It kind of sticks to it. I tacked it with a little tiny bit of glue, let it all dry. And then I literally go to the sewing machine and I start at I do all the way around the edge. And then I just go crazy. Like maybe I'll go at diagonals, or maybe I'll just do lines. Maybe I'll do squiggly things. Maybe I'll change you know what I'm trying to say, from straight stitch to zigzag to blanket stitch or whatever. And I just have fun with it. And it is very relaxing. There are no rules. You don't have to make it pretty because remember, at the very end, you're cutting this up into whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
So, so you just, it's a, just take yourself to, 5-year-old you, when maybe
Mm-hmm.
your mom or your grandma let you get a piece of fabric and run it through the sewing machine and try it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
as easy as it is. And it's so fun. Now, those that are really expert quilters, you may have a bigger struggle than me, who's not a quilter, that I can just, throw things together on there. But
Mm-hmm.
they end up turning out really cute. And here's a finished one. And then when I was all finished with it, I backed it with some red paper and then I sewed around the edge of it, and there we have it.
That is
So
fabulous. You know, it reminds me of Hazel. Comment if you can in the comment section, Hazel. Hazel did some lace masterboards, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that were like this. Just the concept of it is just awesome, just incredible. Just using up scraps and just beautiful creations. Very easy, but beautiful.
oh, and the thing is that you can mess up a bajillion times, and
Yeah,
you still can save yourself because you're not,
right.
and the thing is that like that one is all nice and neat, but
Mm-hmm.
like this has not been put on anything. This
Mm-hmm.
has.
Right.
So if there's places like here, I didn't go across. I mean, sometimes I do. I sew on around each square, but that was not my intent for this one. But if I
Mm-hmm.
needed to, I could either sew it again before, once I cut it down, before I put it on a backing. I could
Right.
just tack a little glue. I could embellish it with something.
Right.
Um, there's so many, you just don't need to beat yourself up if it's not just perfect, because it's
Right.
going to be, it will be beautiful when you're finished with it. So I need to finish a couple more of these. I thought I would do these blue ones and just back them.
But you know
Um,
what else? You think about it. Think about this too. Just think about the page fabric flips that you could make with those.
yes. Now I have to say I have a kind of a love-hate relationship, Carrie, with fabric flips. I don't know about you, but I
Mm-hmm.
love them because I love to add fabric to my journals.
Mm-hmm.
Them flippy flapping things around when I turn the page sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sometimes it
I mean
doesn't.
I get it, but because probably if I had to guess, Angela, you are a journaler, right? Like it's not very. I guess it's not very practical in the sense for like somebody who really uses their journal.
Y-
I'm just not.
Yeah,
I'm not. I still am not a journaler. I love to make them, but
right.
to
Oh, I don't
say I'm a
journal.
journaler,
No, and I think we've kind of talked about that. I am, and that was kind of one of the reasons when I started this. I am an art journaler.
Mm-hmm.
I like to journal through drawing
Mm-hmm.
or a collage or something like that. Um, just kind of the inference of what I'm feeling or thinking
Mm-hmm.
versus actually writing it out, because I
Yeah.
I just squirrel too much. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's just but I like the idea of fabric flips too, because I think it's like a cute little uh secret spot, if you will.
Right.
Uh
Right.
it's it's just when I'm flipping on through them, I flipping through the actual journal that
Mm-hmm. But you
uh,
know what, Karen makes a good point. She just said with the interfacing, it wouldn't be so floppy flippy, and if you think about it, it wouldn't. It kind of stay more in place.
that is very true. Which in that case, I'm guessing Karen would probably suggest, as I think would be best, if you did have the iron-on interfacing, that
Mm-hmm.
would be much better. Because this one, I mean, you could just sew it like I
Mm-hmm.
did. I mean, it's still fine.
Yeah.
Although I still have all my strings on the back. I guess it would be okay just like that too. You're right, Karen.
I like that idea a lot. And I'm like Hazel said, what a great way to use up scraps. That's awesome.
Well, I can't take them with me. right? And
Correct.
I, and I've been thinning the herd, and I've been bringing, fabric bundles to sales, and I've been gifting them and Happy Mail, and still, it's like there still is not. I can't use it. Am I going to stop buying fabric? The answer would be no. Um, but if I want to keep buying it, the things that I like, I need to be realistic that I probably only need, you know, this much of one fabric or enough to do a cover, if you will, instead of a yard of something. So I'm trying my best.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Can we talk a minute about the fascinating video that you did on FeedSack?
well, we can. We certainly can. It was probably one of my very favorites, but
Oh my God, it's got to be one of my favorites so far. What a wonderful video. If y'all have not seen the video that Angela did on FeedSack, because I wasn't familiar with FeedSack. I mean, it really wasn't. So whenever I got into junk journaling and I would hear people talk about FeedSack, I was like, well, what? I mean, I kind of knew what it was, but not
right.
like the whole story of, how it came to be. And oh my God, what a great video. And who
Oh,
knew Uppercase had a whole book?
oh, I
What?
know. I mean, it's you were the reason. It's your fault that I went down that rabbit hole, and uh, I think I have one or two more in my collection to share as bolos. But I would say honestly, those encyclopedia
Uh-huh.
from Uppercase, it probably to me would trump finding a whale tail punch
Oh yeah.
in the
Absolutely.
wild,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because they have now started reproducing some of the ones that were
Uh-huh.
out of print for a while, and they're not
Uh-huh.
inexpensive. I
And
think
listen, and just isn't this funny how things just come to be? Seriously.
yeah.
What is meant to come to you will come to you, because I had no idea Uppercase was a magazine. I'd never seen it before in my life. And when I tell you, I saw this magazine spine in the thrift store and I paid 50 cents because
Yeah.
I liked the spine. And when the spine is what made me pick it up off the shelf. Picked it up off the shelf, opened the magazine, saw all the illustrations. I was like, oh, this book is wonderful. Had no idea where it came from, nothing, knew nothing about it. Brought it home, and I remember telling you and Carol, have you ever heard of this magazine? And
And
that was, I mean, how long ago was that, Angela? That was months and months ago.
oh, it
And
was at
now
least
look, we have a whole there's like a whole company behind this that have all these wonderful resources.
oh, and I mean, they do it right. And I'll tell you what, neither Carol or I had ever heard of it. And of course, our researcher, Carol, immediately gets on to go look at them, and she's like, oh my gosh, those are really expensive. And so I'm like, well, what a treasure you found. It was meant to be, wasn't it? So good score, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Hazel. Yeah, they were a lot. Those books are a lot more than 50 cents, but I'm kind of like, you know, listen, I think that there are some things you save for and you ask Santa for, and all those things, and that would be on my Christmas list, I think, too. I think birthday, like you said, Hazel,
right.
birthday and Christmas list, those are the ones I want.
Well, ladies, I'm all in justifying and, helping your habits along here, but I don't know which video I said it, which bolo, but it was about those books. If you watch those, and I do have a playlist of all the bolos that are some of my favorites, but um if you look at just the images in there, and
Mhm.
oh goodness, and you have the guts to cut it up, when you think about how much that book costs versus buying die cuts that are already cut up, buying scrapbook paper, buying, I mean, even a pack of, Cartabella, is one of my favorites. You've got thousands of dollars in savings in one book. So I'm justifying it for all of you.
Listen, let's talk about people are having trouble seeing all the chat. Up at the let me go look at my YouTube screen so I can tell you right. Up at the
Oh, I
top
can
of the
tell you.
chat, there's
Yep.
a drop down that says, if it says top chat, you'll want to select live chat. And
Right.
that may bring you back into the live chat world, and you should see everybody.
Yeah, that's very, and we probably we shouldn't have as much issue as we've had, that we sometimes have in the live because of, the time of day and such. But if you feel like there's a lag or you're missing
Mm-hmm.
something, you can always refresh. And refreshing just means basically backing out of the entire video and then popping back in.
Janie's got a sense of humor. She says, "Okay, everyone talk so I can see."
Well, so we all need to say hello. Hello, girl. No, you will not see if you joined from Instagram. You will not see in Instagram. You will not see the chat that's on YouTube. So that's a very good point. This is the first time in my ever in my life that I've gone live on Instagram. So if you're joining from there, you may not see the comments from everybody on YouTube. So you can continue to watch it from there, or you can hop over to YouTube and uh, watch it there, and then you will be able to.
Oh, look, Day Trip Vintage. Listen, we can bring you down a rabbit hole of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I hear all this all the new things, because I'm not new, but there's a lot of things that I still don't know, like the centering ruler. Can we talk about the centering ruler that Hazel introduces to?
Let's just talk about that. That thing, I want to like kiss it I've used it
Did you get one, Angela?
Oh, look, you and I, that day that we were on, I ordered it the very same day that we were on.
Oh, me too. Hazel, this is because of you right here.
That's right. And you know what? How much was this? Like $7 or $8?
Oh yeah, I think $7. Look,
it was
Sarah.
Cheap.
Hey, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. Everyone should have one in their life. And just so you know how they work. And I'm an eyeballer. I may put more holes in a wall to hang something up, but I'll get it. But this, all you do is, you see where you are here and here, and you just kind of adjust there. So that is 4 1/8, and it's 4 1/8 here. So your center is exactly right.
It is a game changer. I'm telling you, if you guys, if you're junk journalers and you don't have one of these, go to my Amazon affiliate link and get it.
There you go. There you go.
There's nothing like, no shame in this game. No, just go look it up on Amazon. You can get them. Like, I think it was $7 or something. It was very minimal, whatever it was.
Oh, well, and why have I not? I mean, I know what a centering ruler is. Why in the world have I not had one? I also bought a T ruler, which I also had ruler envy, because I love me some rulers. I have a
yes, you do.
And so I got one of those. Now I'll say, of the two, it's not that great. It's kind of chintzy cheap, but in all of my years of thrifting for one, and I look every time. See, Meg has also the ruler issue. So does
Meg, you're a ruler. That's right. I think I have seen a haul where she's talked about that. That's right.
Yeah. I love, the rulers that I really like. I mean, they're not practical for what we do, really. But I could make them practical. I could make something up. Is the ones that I want to say carpenters use, like my grandpa probably had one, and they're the wooden ones that they've got that they're hinged and they.
Oh yeah. But those are just cool to look at.
Oh my goodness. So because Karen said I'm going to keep this one like this, and I'll use this for fabric flips because I got some journals that we're going to do a little show and tell with you too because Carrie and I just wanted to come and really just visit with you, and we didn't have any real tutorial. We just
No.
but
Yeah.
we would love to know what you guys are working on today if you're doing something
And
interesting.
can I just let me just say this too. One of the things that I miss about the interactions on YouTube are the fact that I don't get to see everybody's creations. You know what I mean? Like, because there are people out there that don't really have channels, that don't really do videos, whatever. And I hear them talk about, or in the chats, they'll say something about. Anyway, Angela has a hashtag that is hashtag show and tell. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to do a whole video on something, which I don't always want to do a whole video on something.
Right.
I just want to do a picture like on Instagram or whatever. You can use that hashtag show and tell to do something like on the Makers Market if you want to go in the community tab and do it there, or you can do it in your community tab on YouTube just as a picture. Because I just like those quick, little uploads like that. That is because sometimes you just don't have time for a whole video.
Well, I agree, and I love to just be able to type the hashtag in, whether it be on Instagram or on YouTube, and just do hashtag show and tell, and then
Right.
I can see if somebody's done it, whether it's a haul, whether it's I
Right.
just made this today. But the cool part about it is, as Carrie said, on the Makers Market, we call them channels, but it's really a chat room,
Yeah.
and there is one specifically for show and tell.
Right.
And my hope is that by the end of this year, it's just loaded with people's stuff, because that's what, besides buying and selling things on the Makers Market, it's there for people to connect and
Right.
share, or maybe get feedback, or well, that's his one. That couldn't have got any more cricket if I would have tried. Holy moly. Jeez Louise.
It's Carrie Crooked.
Oh goodness. Well, it is what it is. Oh, a little sewing around there to be fine. Storage envelopes for stickers to go in a vintage wooden tray. Ooh, tell more.
Yeah, I want to see those. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. We need a show and tell over on the Makers Market or on your page or wherever.
Lindy, hey, who's Lindy? Hey, Lindy.
Hello,
Lindy
Lindy.
and Sean Designs.
I didn't get to catch it, but I'm pretty sure she was doing some. She was it Darcy? Maybe we're doing some jelly plating this morning.
What?
I think so, on her channel.
Veronica's working on some hidden paper clips. I haven't done those in a while.
After my last one that I did for the Deck the Halls Christmas swap, that I'm like, I haven't done a hidden paper clip since. Those took a long time.
Well, I don't know. Did you see Pam Van E's recent video on hidden paper clips? She did circles. Did you? I don't know if you had a chance to see that or not.
No,
I want to do that. Yeah, that was really quick and easy, painless.
I love me some circles. So that sounds like totally up my alley.
You got to go check it out because she really did a good job. I want to do those next.
Oh, I'm going to have to do that. I need to. Oh, gosh, I'm so behind. Okay, I think I've done enough of these. Erin in the Adirondacks. Every time I think of Erin, I think of just kicking back in one of the Adirondack chairs.
I know, we have a couple.
That's all I can think of. Look at Veronica. She's going all out. She's learning something new today. You'll have a ball with them, and there's so many ways you can do them. And I think that's awesome that Pam did some with circles. Yeah. Okay, so those are all going to be ready. I've got to sew these all now. But if you're just joining us, we're just doing some show and tell. We're working on just whatever we have on our desk. It looks like Carrie, are those, is that paper or is that fabric?
That's fabric. That's just
Oh,
some
okay.
little fabric clusters. I had some scraps on my as I was cleaning up. I had these little bitty scraps, and so I just threw them together and um, just made some little clusters. You know, I'm obsessed.
Yes, I love your clusters for sure. Speaking before I put these away, let's just mention the tag your turn.
Oh,
Um,
y'all, I
yeah,
am
and I'll,
so listen. I can't even begin to tell you guys how I listen. Here's the thing. So I needed a hashtag to be simple because being new to this, I didn't want to be overwhelmed or whatever, but I wanted to learn from my hashtag too. And what I wanted it to do is I wanted it to be simple for everybody to use, but I wanted to learn from it. And this hashtag has gone far beyond anything I could have ever anticipated. We have reached creators Australia, Germany, almost, I don't want to say every state, but a lot of the states in the United States. There are participants. I don't know what the video count is now. I have a playlist. I want to say there's like 87 videos maybe in there of different levels of, creators and so many different styles because it was more about the creative process than the style because I still kind of don't know what my style is. I mean, I gravitate towards children's illustrations and things like that, fun things, colorful things. But to say I love all the styles, I guess is what I'm saying. I love to see shabby chic. I love Bex's style, the dark kind of goth style, but I don't create like that. I love the true junk journalers like Bonnie and Clive. If you guys have not, oh my God, go check out Bonnie and Clive. Go check out her channel. She is so fabulous. But what it has done for my YouTube feed is it has grown my creator base because YouTube only sends to your feed what it knows to send to your feed, right?
exactly. Yep.
So if you're just out there, and of course, when you first, and we've had this conversation before, right? All of us have. When you
Yeah.
first get into junk journaling, and I don't want to name any names because all these creators are fabulous. It has nothing to do with them not being fabulous. But when you type in just junk journal, it is going to give you the creators out there who have 80 bazillion followers and up. But there's so many more creators out there in the world, in the entire world,
Right.
who are fabulous. And I wanted to see all of them, and I still want to see all of them. And so, I mean, I have a lady now from Austria who has participated, and it's just incredible. And so if you want, I do have a playlist out there, but and I did an all call recently for anybody who wants to do tag your turn. You're it. Tag your turn. Go out, use the hashtag, make a tag. It's as
And
simple as that. You can make it
right.
on the screen, or you can just have it made and show us how you did it. That's it.
Well, right. And what I like is that I wanted a way to, creatively keep my goals. I write them down. I'm a big goal planner, but when the light bulb went on and I decided to do the tag your turn every month
Mm-hmm.
and include it with my goals, it was like
Yeah.
now I have a purpose for that. And it's so much fun to be able to tag somebody new each month. And
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. In fact, Karen Bloom was looking for somebody to tag. So if there's anybody out there that wants to connect with Karen, she wants to tag somebody to do tag your turn. I heard her talking about it the other day.
and I'm totally, tag someone every month. So if you want me to tag you, I'm in.
There's your connection, Karen. You're getting tagged. Be on the
That's right.
lookout for Angela's March video. How about that?
There you
We made a
go.
love connection. Yay!
Yes. And Karen is okay. Maybe I'm not going to get this right. She's, yeah, Karen's from Iowa.
Oh, yes, she is from Iowa. She's your
Yeah.
neighbor, girl.
She actually is more like my neighbor than you would know. I mean, I lived in very near where she is from all through my college days and into my early career. You know, I bet our paths might have crossed. Who knows?
Who knows, huh?
Hey, I got to tell you what. So I switched gears again. So we started off with the little Dymo, the little dangly things, and then we moved on to the fabric tags, and then this I have, and I've been hoarding it, and I think I need to share them either on the Makers Market or the lives. This is antique French patterns that they used to do embroidery. I don't know if you can tell.
Are you serious? Wow.
Uh-huh. All the way from Le Francais. And I finally decided to just bust them out and do something with them. So,
Angela, they look thicker than our pattern paper, are they?
no, they're really not. They almost feel like parchment.
They do. Okay.
Like unbleached parchment is what they feel like.
Okay.
What did I do with them?
You know what? Speaking of unbleached parchment, I have some in my Amazon cart because I thought it was so interesting. I don't know how I ran across it the other day, but sorry, squirrel.
No, actually, I have both unbleached and bleached parchment, and I really like. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. There's a lot that you can do with just that. Now, this stuff I have no idea. I don't have a journal on deck to use it. Although it might be kind of neat in one of my art journals. That's what's on deck. What do you have on deck for your journals? I got a hot mess of a lot of things that I haven't done yet.
My nurse, I've neglected Nurse Nancy. So
Oh, Nance.
I know. I got
Poor Nancy.
Do y'all ever do that? Do you do that, Angela? Do you get into something? And it's not that I don't want to do it. I do want to do it. I definitely want to do it because I have some folks in mind, and Nurses Week's coming up and all that. Anyway,
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what happened to my inspiration with that. I'm not sure. I just set it aside and I haven't picked it back up.
But I think that's a good thing though. Because truthfully, sometimes I just don't it's not motivating me to try, to finish something until I'm really ready. And if you want to do your very best or really get some gratification out of it, then put it aside, right?
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because
that fairy journal, dear heavens, that thing is still.
I know. I hear you talk about it, and I sent you one little thing whenever I ran across it. But I'll show you. This is a book that I think I showed this in a haul, but let me show you real quick. I saw this, pick this up in a thrift store. Look at the inside of this book. Isn't this cool?
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? And so I debooked it the other day, and just for the intention of using it in my Nurse Nancy and my Dr. Dan books. So there's a lot of images in here. The pages are lovely too. The actual weight of the paper is really lovely. But
now, I'll tell you what, if Dave would just let me weed out all of his medical books, you'd have stuff for years.
Gold mine, huh?
But I'm like, I said, really, why do you want to keep all these? Like, they're just, and they're totes of all of his books from all those. And he said, Angela, the human body is still a human body.
That's right.
No matter if it's 25 or 30 years ago.
That's right. Like, oh, that's right.
All right,
I think they're taught that in med school and dental school, not to ever get rid of anything.
Well, he's on it.
Because the doctors I know, believe me, they you were there hoarding. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I can't push too hard because there is the fact that I do have a paper problem as well. So we
Listen,
shouldn't.
let me show you. Let me show you. I'm going to do a show and tell real quick. Look at
Oh,
this.
good.
So, a paper snippet.
Here, let me put you on.
You put me big,
Oh,
big,
yeah.
big.
There you go.
Just inspired by, I'll go back to my friend Bonnie at Bonnie and Clive. I saw her making paper ruffles. And
Love that.
I just said, look, I've got all these tiny scraps. And she calls, what does she call her bits? Oh, she calls them stupid little bits. I think that's so funny. Every time she says it, she says, I have this bin full of stupid little bits.
Well, you know what? That's another one of those things. It's mindless. It's just relaxing.
Yeah.
You can throw them together. Your sewing doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah. Now, ask me if I have ever made a grungy journal. I have no intention of making a grungy journal. I don't know what, but this was just fascinating to me. When I saw her do it, I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. I have to do this today.
I haven't either. Not a true grungy
Yeah.
journal,
And
but
she is a true,
yeah,
she is like all
she's
recycled.
she's a purist, that's for sure.
She is a purist. She is.
And that's awesome.
Have you ever done one of those journals, Ange?
Yeah, when I experimented, like I don't know that anything ever came of it. Probably never left my craft room, but yeah, where I just used like mail and a box, a cereal box and things like that, and magazines. The hardest part was not like I say, being a purist is truly, it's not that easy because you really need to think about it.
I'm
like,
so fascinated.
oh,
Like, those are some of the videos, like, I'm just sitting in awe a lot of the times whenever I watch someone make a true junk journal.
yeah.
I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull something up here while I'm doing this. I
Okay.
want to talk because this brings up a good topic that I think we should talk about, and it's the other hashtag that I have initiated and will be doing a big splash around during my birthday month, which if you don't know, write it down, it's April. Just a plug for my birthday. Most of you who've watched a while already know this, but it's about sustainability, and it's the hashtag give a scrap. And I want this to become something that is truly, if you're making something out of a scrap or out of something that is recyclable, that use the hashtag tag and share it. Because one of the things that I think we have more of than anything else in our lives is scraps, right?
Yeah.
And I think that if that's the one thing that I don't, it's hard to find videos and search because I love to, watch others that are using scraps. But I'm like, if we give a scrap, 1st of all, we care about sustainability. That's one of the reasons we junk journal, right? But the other is that it's easy to find, and I can go and say, okay, I've got a ton of scraps. I want to do something I haven't done before. What's somebody else got out there? And so it allows us to, really share what we're working on. But a little, if you didn't hear, when did we talk about that last? I can't remember. Oh, on my last Sunday video, I guess. That we are going to do a hop. So in April, kind of hippity hop, although Easter's in March this year, but I am going to be inviting, and please, if you want to participate, you can put it in the chat. You can reach out to me. Otherwise, if I have your email, I'm going to reach out to you. And each day during the month of April, somebody will have a date, Monday the 1st or whatever that is. And you will just do something with using a scrap and then post it on your channel. And you'll have a list of everybody that's also participating, so you can send over your folks on YouTube to the next person that's going to be doing that, and hopefully we'll start to build the momentum of really using giving, to give a scrap and to do some cool things around that. And I have a couple other little initiatives about using Give a Scrap to make someone's day and to pay it forward and such. So look for that. That will come out pretty soon. But I'm really excited about it. And
Yeah, that's pretty cool, Ange. I
I
like
think
that.
it's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or give a scrap about your crap. I say that. But you know who does that? It says, who isn't it Bonnie and Clyde that says, give us that Oliver crap? Is that her?
Yeah, she calls
Yeah.
her crap scraps.
Yeah.
I
My
think
mom
she's a
always says,
hoot.
I need to go to my crap room, is what she calls it. I'm like, well, she has stuff that's really not crap. Um, one of these days I need to do I was reminded that I have not done any vlogging for a while. That's because I haven't done anything much lately. Um, but I want to go to my mom's and do a little. She's got a cool craft room, and she's just got cool. She's got lots of
Oh yeah,
talents.
you
But
need to do like a little field trip. That would be awesome.
I do because she said I could, but I just haven't done it yet. And I need to do that. Um, yeah, but I mean, like, here you go. This is I just cleaned out my scrap, and my little scrap thing is not that big, but look at all this.
Oh
I mean, that's
wow.
for
Yeah.
yeah. No,
I mean, I'm saying oh well, but I have the same thing. I mean, I have the same
right.
thing.
But the funny thing is that I do have a little bit of a problem because not that I have too many scraps, but my problem becomes that I usually do some sessions where all I do is play with my scraps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I truly need a scrap, like in later, I have little, clear folders with all my scraps. I never have what I need, so I have to end up using, some kind of full piece of paper. So
What's
here,
that meme say? I always see, I always see it. Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you that I still don't have all the craft supplies that I need.
exactly.
Just as shocked as you are.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe? Oh, Sierra. So, so you said that your nurse Nancy, she's been a little neglected, but
She's a
you'll
little
get
bit.
back to her when you're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and sometimes I think, hey Jen, I think that just working on things that are mindless, like a snippet roll or these little things, sometimes just kind
Right.
of kind of it's invigorating to just work on something that's like that. But
Right. It's true. It is true.
I'm trying to think about what else I worked on when I was sick. Not much, I'll tell you that. Ugh, good God. Um, it was mostly just stuff that I could, do while I was laying around.
We
Come
should
on.
mention, I guess Carol retired. She had her birthday. She retired, and now she's on vacay. Okay, I want to be Carol.
Yeah,
I want to be Carol when I grow up. Right?
yeah. She's on vacay, and Sarah is going to be joining me and Sandy and I on Thursday for our live sale.
What? I did not know that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Sarah, you did such a good job the first time. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so be sure to tune into that.
Yeah. So this week, this Thursday. Okay, I'm going
This
to
Thursday.
mark the calendar. That's going to be fun. Are you going to do a preview of the sales stuff again?
Well, let's see. I do have a preview. Yes. I already recorded it. And I still have a bunch of stuff because, we skipped a week because both Caroline, I was really sick and she wasn't feeling the best. So we have things that are still from the last preview, but I will do one with some things that will, and when I do those, it's either they're coming to the current, that current week sale or in the next coming week or two.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will have one up, and those usually go up for me on Wednesdays. And then I do link to that and put a post most of the time on Instagram as well. So yeah, the one thing I need to get busy doing is I haven't done any assemblage, which I like to bring those to the makers market, but springtime is I love to do springtime assemblage, Easter, and I haven't even busted out anything yet.
We got Bex is in the house. Hey, Bex.
Hey, Bex, and Jen is here too.
Jennifer, hey, scrapbooks and memories. Talk about my neighbor. Hey, girl.
That's
hey.
Right.
We had a good Mardi Gras here, in case y'all were wondering. I didn't go. I just saw pictures. So looked like everybody had a good time.
Yeah, I bet they did. I bet they did.
Now we're all in the middle of repenting for it now.
That's right. Dave brought home shrimp the other day, which is one of my favorites, and he said, "I said, well, was this on our list? I didn't know." He said, "Well, it's Lent. Shouldn't you be eating that fish?" And I'm like, "Well, maybe, but I'm not Catholic, so."
I know. It was the other day. Listen, it was Friday, and it was the shortest line at Chick-fil-A ever. So I swung in.
Isn't that the truth? And
I was like, score! I can get in and out of Chick-fil-A's drive-thru in less than 10 minutes. Yay!
Yay! Yeah, I mean, I'm like Dave. You can go for it, but I don't need to eat the shrimp today.
Where do you get shrimp from?
Well, so, honey, I'm landlocked. It's not a good thing. I actually, and I know you guys are going to think this is crazy, but the best place to get like shrimp cocktail, because I don't like it if it's slimy at all. I'm like, no, is Aldi, and I'm not even kidding about it.
Really?
But if I want true fresh fish, there are two places in Des Moines. One is called the Waterfront. The other one is called Splash, and you can get they have it shipped in daily, so you can go there and get. That's as close as we get to fresh fish. But if I want like halibut or something like that, I can do that. Because I could probably be a pescatarian. It would not. I love me some fish.
You do like seafood?
I love it all. The only thing I don't care for is I'm not a huge fan of scallops. I'll eat them, but it's a texture thing. I'm just not a fan. And I don't like tuna. And that's it. Those are the only two things. And salmon. I don't like salmon.
Like, I guess for I've always lived in the Gulf South. I've always lived either in Florida or Louisiana. I've always, my whole entire life. And we lived for a very short period, for 2 years. We lived in Kansas, right outside of Wichita. It was beautiful. It was absolutely just a wonderful experience, and I'll never regret it. However, this girl, I didn't realize, and Jennifer with Scrapbooks and Memory can attest to this. I didn't realize not every state or city sold like plate lunches in the grocery store, and like you didn't have spice in your food.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of took for granted everybody had Zatarans, and they had fresh sausage, and they had all this stuff. And I was like, like we move up there, and I'm like, what do you mean they don't sell Kanika sausage? Who doesn't sell Kanika sausage?
What does this world come to? Mm.
I was like, it was like a big adjustment. And like, I was like, I remember it went to work at a physician practice in Wichita for a short time. And I remember asking them, so like, where's the best plate lunches? And they were like, what's a plate lunch? And I was like, what? 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 What do you mean, what's a plate lunch?
And Jen just said, and no sweet tea. And no, we don't do. No. I'm telling you, that was a shocker to me when I went to the South to visit. And I'm like, oh, the first time I thought I was going to keel over. I was like, what is this?
Sweet tea? Was it like, is it too sweet for you?
Oh, it was horrible. I'm like, I can't do this. And when you're expecting to just have regular tea and you get sweet tea, it's like, oh. I was there with my best friend, and she was from Iowa as well.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, I totally forgot. I should have told you. And I'm like, yeah, you think?
So let me ask you something. Angela, you drink coffee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But do you drink like strong coffee, or you drink like
no
brown water?
No. I like my coffee fairly strong and black. I don't put cream. I don't put sugar. I don't put anything in it.
Oh, okay. No, I do. Yeah, no. I got to have some half and half now. My coffee is strong.
Yeah, I do like strong coffee. I mean, if you're gonna drink it, you got to make it worth your while, right?
Look, my Leslie's in the house. Hey, Leslie, I gotta share this with y'all real quick. Here's a family moment. Pull back the curtain here real quick. Our love language is memes and TikToks, basically.
Yeah.
So there was this TikTok of someone who had used the Dyson Airwrap, that hair dryer thing, on their baby. And so this little girl, she was probably not even a year old, had this big bouffant hair.
Oh my gosh.
And when Leslie was a baby, she had so much hair. Like, I sent Leslie this TikTok and I said, I said two things about this TikTok. I said, it's a good thing that we were broke AF when you were a baby and that Dyson hair wrap didn't exist, because you would have walked around like this all the time.
Well, you could have had a Flowbee.
Well, this is true, huh? We could have used the Flowbee.
hey, my uncle had a Flowbee, and he used to cut his kids' hair with it, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, those poor kids.
Yeah, I thought that one was cute.
That is cute.
What's coming up for your videos this week, Ange?
Ooh, let's see. Do I have anything fun? Where's my Bible? Right here. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, I'm gonna have to do a voiceover because I tried to do it when I sound horrific. So I have a what's on my desk, and it's got a bunch of things, but I'm just gonna have to do a voiceover. That's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I have another kindergarten craft I just recorded today.
Oh, cool. Those are so fun.
Well, they're fun for me to research or think back on. And this one is so easy. And almost all of them are easy. And then I found another one that I'm going to try. It's another dyeing paper, but a different technique with different things around the house. So that's going to be another kindergarten craft. I did a few more pages in my altered book. So that's really a beginner thing if somebody's not done an altered book. It's got
those are fun,
different layouts. So
I think Karen Bloom showed an altered one of her altered books. That was fun.
Yeah. I love altered books. Now, I'll tell you, the one I'm doing right now is probably not, the pages are not probably the most ideal, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it anyway. Um, I need to do a flip through. I have a journal I'm going to be giving away for the April Hop and um, maybe a 10,000 subscriber celebration if I make it to
That's
that.
coming up. That's coming.
Oh,
what's your
see.
number? I bet you don't even know your number. Let me look.
I don't.
Let me look.
But I'll tell you, it's just kind of been, in flux. It hasn't really moved, I don't think, for a while. I don't know exactly, but so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make it by my birthday. That wasn't, regardless of what it is. I've already exceeded what my birthday goal was, so that it makes me very happy. So thank you to every one of you. Yeah, I don't know. It's
9,850.
Okay, well, I guess it's doable. It's doable.
That
Isn't
is
it?
absolutely doable. Absolutely doable.
So I need to get these 3 journals finished. These are the school days journals, but I love them so much. It's like I'm kind of just taking my time on them because
Oh, look how cute. I
let me
keep hearing you talk about them. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let me not show you this one. Let me show you the ones that are actually this is the last one I have to finish.
Okay.
But I want to show you this one because
Let's see.
I have a friend. She lives in Louisiana. And she sent me this journal cover. A journal cover.
Oh, look how cute it came
What did you call it? Pillow cover. And it had this little schoolhouse on it. So this one was Better Homes and Gardens one. This one's just about done. And then I made a clear pocket on the front.
That is precious. It did come out good, Ange.
Well, yeah, thank you, girl.
Oh, look in that clear pocket. What a great idea.
So this one was really, this one's just about finished. So this will go on the Maker's Market. So I need to do a flip through. I just put little tabs up. I had an idea to do in my sleep one night about some different kind of page edging. So I'm going to try that in one of those. So this one was the Better Homes and Gardens. And then the other one is that it's that same thing. I found 2 of them, the sports ones, and it's initially, and these are a lot harder for me to do and take longer. I sold some of this fabric not very long ago, and this was what one of the.
Oh my gosh! Look how cute.
Yeah, I loved it.
Stop.
So look at this little guy on the back. But these are harder for me to do, and I'll tell you why. If you ever, I like to do my binder journals, but I want to show you. Let's see, this one's about done. All of these pages that were in here they came with pockets, and they came with, I'm trying to find one from this other book so you can see it, that aren't finished. Here we go. Here's one. And it was really a sports book for kids. So like that would be an example of a page, right? And I did that tea time journal very similarly to this. So each page that you do, you have to either embrace like these frames, or cover them or cover the whole page or whatever. So that's why it takes me longer to do. Because I really think I think I overthink it, but
it came out beautiful. What I'm seeing here is absolutely lovely.
Well, thank you. They're fun to do. So and then after I'm done, I said every month I was going to do a new kind of journal. And look at the monkey, Carrie.
Look at the monkey.
Look at the monkey. He's a sleepy monkey. So March will be, I'm doing all the art journals. So my kindergarten craft for this upcoming week those projects will go into the art journals. But that I did a sorting video. Also, I'm gonna have to do a voiceover on that. And I sorted through all of the pieces and parts and ephemera that I have for those journals. So I think that might be interesting for some to watch. But
Oh wow, look at all those pockets, all those tags. That is
this
awesome.
this one has a lot of pockets in it,
Mm-hmm.
lots and lots of pockets. And the cool part was that these pages are much larger.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this is 8.5
Mm-hmm.
by 8 and just about a quarter. Like this was 4 pages. Well,
Okay.
so I put them all together. I made it. So this is a good example of how I have to kind of, you know, alter it. And then this one flips down and then it flips out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's cool.
but
Really.
I mean, the pages are so cool and they're so nice that,
Mm-hmm.
you can't, it just seems wrong not to use them, but they just take a little longer. I like this page with my little chroma collage kids. But what I started to say about my art journal is, I am doing one. I have a book that's called Kodachrome,
Mm-hmm.
and it was obviously a photography book, and I'm going to do the entire thing in chroma collage with the black and white and the images, um, which is also probably one of my favorite processes. But I mean, I figured I have a bunch of pieces still that are done, so I need to get on that and do something with it. Concrete butterfly.
Concrete butterfly. Yeah. Hey, Carrie.
I'm glad you're here, girl. I'm trying to think. I do the one thing. Uh, that I kind of can't decide on is like what I need to, should I be doing? I don't know if the rest of it. It's kind of a give me your advice. For those of you who, produce and are creatives, not, I know you're all creatives, content creators. I struggle between doing things that are purposeful for my next projects. Whether it be a journal, which, brings me some income so I can continue to do what I'm doing, or if I just say, forget it and just work on whatever I want. So
Mm-hmm.
I struggle a little bit with that. So I should really be using this book as actual learning how to embroidery.
I saw you flip through it the other day, and I love this book. It's so beautiful.
I do too. I'm trying to decide. I really want to take these pages out.
Bonnie from Australia is in the house. I'm dead. I just died.
Bonnie, hi, my dear. I just died. Oh, were your ears burning, kid? Because we were talking all nice things about you. That
Yeah,
we were.
Oh, let me show. I'll have to show her. Look, I got to show her because this is what we were talking about, Bonnie. Look what you inspired me to do. I told you I was going to do page ruffles. Ask me now, Bonnie, if I've ever done a grungy journal. That would be no. No, I haven't. But I have the page ruffles.
You got the page ruffles ready to roll. We're going to do something with these because I know I won't ever use these pages. We'll figure out something. Okay. Yeah, and the other thing that was really through a hardback cover. Teresa, what you talking about, girl?
What she said.
She said, I've been obsessed with videos on Instagram of this gal embroidering through a hardback cover.
What?
I can't even embroider on a regular piece of fabric, for goodness sakes.
What?
Now I got to know. Now I got to know.
I don't know. I just always felt like, I guess that's why I gravitated towards junk journal. I'll be honest with you. all of those things, because now that I have some quilter friends that I work with, you know,
Yeah.
and listen, beautiful, absolutely beautiful stuff. But if I have to take measurements or do math or be precise in the stuff that I create, that's a
Yeah.
big no for me. That's a big
Sure.
no. So I always kind of felt like embroidery was kind of along those lines. You got to follow a certain pattern, or you know, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
listen, I just really wanted to be creative. I just didn't know how to get there, I guess is what I can say for me. And so junk journaling was just, it was just an awakening for me, really and truly.
Right. Bye, Jennifer.
I
Thanks for joining
can.
us. Yeah, and I guess I think probably my mom and Mo, my grandma,
Mm-hmm.
instilled in me to just never say you can't do it. Just
Mm-hmm.
try
Right.
everything, and you know what
Bye,
sticks
Janie.
sticks. Bye, Janie. I'm so glad you could join us. And I would have to say that I've done cross. I never really did any embroidering.
Mm-hmm.
No, my mom can't, or crocheting. My grandma taught me how to knit. I know how to sew, and I can do, these French tucks and all these things if I had to. Like if somebody had a gun to my head, I would probably be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not going to be volunteering to make any, clothes. Um, but it's I think crocheting or knitting, if I just kind of got into it and it would be
Mm-hmm.
something to do, I think that would be very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
And but
Mm-hmm.
it's been so many years since I've done that. Like,
I think I
I,
told this story on a video one time. Now, I did learn how to crochet. It was the one time, this has been many years ago, that I used YouTube for that type of craft. I'd only use YouTube to, like, if I needed an Excel formula for work or something, I'd go on YouTube. So I wasn't really into YouTube, but back then, I guess it's been well over a decade now. I got on YouTube to teach myself how to crochet, and I'm going to tell y'all why. I had to find something to do with my hands that would occupy my mind, that was fairly inexpensive, because I was trying to quit smoking. And that is how I quit smoking. I did that. And I'm going to tell you what else I did. Because listen, here's the truth of it all. I was good at quitting smoking. I probably quit smoking 27 times. Okay.
I would have
I'd
probably
quit in the
started
morning and
drinking
I'd
after.
start back in the afternoon. Let me tell you, I was a good quitter. However, I knew I really did want to quit. So I got a game plan. I taught myself how to crochet. And then the other thing that I did, this is one of the things that helped me. The thing that bothered me the most about smoking, believe it or not, was how it smelled.
Yeah.
I could not, and I still to this day cannot stand just the smell of cigarette smoke. I can't stand it. And so for that and we never smoked in the house. I never smoked in the car. I never did any of that because I couldn't stand the smell. So the other thing that I did to help me quit smoking is I bought perfumed hand lotion and perfumed soaps. So every time I would get the urge or a craving to smoke, I would wash my hands, or I would put that smell good lotion, and I would just constantly smell my hands as a reminder that I wanted to smell good. And it worked. I mean, I haven't smoked since. So it was, listen, smoking's a tough one. That's a tough one. So glad that I did, though.
That's a good, yeah. And I think, that's very true. Like something to do with your hands for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I
Wow.
said, it was an inexpensive, and you could learn it fairly quick. The basic stitches are really not that difficult. And so I think I made a scarf, just the straight stitches. I think I made a couple of little blankets, nothing too big, little lap blankets, but yeah, it was fun to learn.
That's awesome. And I think, I remember. No, this is not a portable craft, so I don't think I'd be picking it up anytime soon. My best friend that went to college with me, she is a ceramicist, and she, throws throws her own pots and
Mm-hmm.
makes beautiful art and does installments at these gorgeous galleries and such.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was when I learned to actually use a pottery wheel, oh dear heavens! I mean, it was in school, and so I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna fail this. I was getting all A's in every art class imaginable, and I took that, and I was like, I can't even get the damn thing to get on the wheel. What am I gonna do? Well, lo and behold, there was a friend of mine who was excellent. He had some beautiful work, and I mean, he came over and he like once I got the clay on the wheel, it was not a problem. But I could not get that on there to save my soul, and so he just came over. It was during our finals and threw it on there for me. I'm sure my teacher, whose name by the way was Mr. Potts. Isn't
No, it
that
was not.
Yes, it was absolutely.
But you did take art in school.
Yeah, in high school and in college. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and also, so you were around, like you've talked about your grandmother being, a quilter, and your mom being a seamstress, making all your clothes, right? So you had all of this um rich history with art and textiles and all that. I didn't have, any of that.
Right.
That's why I always tell people, if I can do this,
Right.
anybody can do this. There is really no right or wrong.
Yeah, and that's that whole mentality of, color outside the lines, try it, make it different. Then that's what my mom told me all the time. And the one thing that, I mean, we weren't well off or anything like that, but my mom stayed home with us until, gosh, my sister was in kindergarten, I think. And she would turn, trash to treasure before, trash to
Before it
treasure
was
was a
cool. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And just to see her do that, it makes you realize that you can do this
Yeah.
regardless what the art is. It's, try it. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. Don't do it again. You don't have to. But I love doing punch needle. That's a lot of fun, and it's
Mm-hmm.
easy because you don't have to pay too much attention. Like it's a great airplane activity.
Now, listen, we've got a few Australian people in the house. I'm curious. Tell me what time it is, ladies over there. Tell me what time it is. I think it's early morning because Bonnie just had to leave to go walk kids to school. So it must be early morning. I couldn't tell you what time Eastern Standard Time is right now.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Sean.
it's 7:23 a.m.
Oh, well, good morning. You guys are having your coffee with us.
Listen,
well, Carrie's probably having coffee with you now.
Yeah. She says, as an art teacher, I say, if you are crap at something, you just haven't found your niche. That needs to be a saying.
For sure.
That needs to be a slogan. That's a tagline waiting to happen right there. I love that. Yeah, and it only took me 55 years to figure it out, huh?
Hey, and we're always learning, right?
It's on her apron. That's funny.
That's awesome. I love it.
Sell the t-shirt. Do the merchandise.
Yeah. That would be great on a t-shirt.
That would be a perfect t-shirt. I told y'all I'm going to do a line of merch. It's going to say "Who Knew." I'm telling you, I'm the Who Knew girl still. Every week I'm sitting here watching somebody's video and I'm just sitting here going, who knew? In my head, this is playing in my head. Who knew you could do that with parchment paper? Who knew that? I didn't know.
And do it. I just got my merch up there recently.
I saw, what is your tagline on your t-shirt? It's something about walking through the craft. Oh, I love to take long
it
walks.
Says I enjoy long romantic walks through the thrift shop.
Yes. I love that
I
one.
have another one for antique stores, but I haven't done it. I have some more designs, but I asked earlier this year, about it, and I designed a couple things and hadn't actually put it up there. So finally I got something up there. I got other things, but my days kind of get away from me, so it's
I bet they do. What was that
dang.
one? I think I sent you something recently, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was like, because I heard a creator say it, and it just was so profound to me. I have more imagination than I do time in the day.
Absolutely.
You know.
It's very true, isn't it?
Mhm.
You want to hear about, but this is kind of a funny story. Speaking of creativity and how wrapped up I am in it. What happened, Susie? What's going on? I'm not seeing the people she's talking about. They could be joining. Remember that this time we are also on Instagram. So if you don't see someone who's chatting, it's probably because they commented on Instagram, is my guess. I should have probably said that a couple times throughout.
Yeah, I forget about it.
Yeah, and Carrie was kind enough to test this with me, and so I think this is live on her channel and mine, as well as Instagram. So it's a safe place to try it when we're doing a craft and chat. I can't do it when we're doing live; it's too confusing.
Yeah.
Live sale,
Yeah.
it would confuse them. But back to my, this is where I'm I don't know, sick and wrong, or just wrapped up in creativity. Last night, Dave and he was working on a crossword puzzle, and so he's asking me these things, and we're like kicking some butt getting this done. And one of the things that he spouts off was sci-fi craft short. That was the clue.
Okay.
Now my mind goes directly to, oh, sci-fi craft. Well, I don't know what kind of sci-fi crafts there are out there. I mean, I'm literally like racking my brain. It was friggin' UFO. And I go, Dave. And he goes, you don't even have to tell what you were doing. And I'm like, I knew you would. He goes, let's see. Right, yeah. Makes sense now. I was like, I am new and I'm already blocked. Lindy. We wouldn't block you, my dear. Did we lose Carrie? No, she's there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Lori, I mentioned it at the very beginning and then I didn't mention it again. So I was just testing your sanity, all of you out there. See, we're freezing up. Gary got booted out. I wondered. Hang on. Well, she's still showing she's there. All right. Can you guys hear me? If you can, give me a little comment. Okay, cool. I'm watching for Carrie just in case. My mom is actually Peony Lane, and she just said, don't give me too much credit. I'm working on a crocheted peep and it's kicking my behind. I'm about ready to ditch it. Don't ditch it. I want to see it. I sent her lots of things like, hey mom, you should make this. I am so curious where the Purple Outhouse, where you got your name. I absolutely love it. So
Can you hear me now?
yep, I can hear you just fine. We can
Okay.
see you. We
I
can
don't know
see
what
you.
happened.
I know. I was just asking the Purple Outhouse where she got her name, and is she from Australia or New Zealand?
Australia, I believe. Cell,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
Is
yes.
it Cell, right? SEL?
Oh, I don't know how to spell it, but I think so.
I think it is.
Yeah. Uh, we'll see if she answers us. So my true story. My mom is on here, by the way.
Oh,
um,
hi, Mom.
she she has a outhouse in her backyard that I believe she had my. It was like how many feet in the dirt in a old field, a cornfield or a farm that my dad where he and his partner farmed, and she had him haul that thing all the way home. And now
Oh,
it's like this cute little display in her cute little yard. See, I told you I need to go there and do a walkthrough. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yes, it is SEL. So yay.
Aaron. Have
Thank
a
you,
good
Aaron.
Sunday, Aaron.
Let me see. Yeah, when you were gone, my mom said she's working on a crocheted peep.
Oh,
Like the peep.
really?
She said she was not liking it. It
Oh,
was kicking her booty.
uh-oh.
I'm like, don't ditch it. Don't ditch it. You can do that. Oh, that doesn't fit on there at all.
Are you doing tags out of that page? Is that what you're doing?
Okay, well, I just thought I would do I wanted to do a couple little things that I could just like maybe embellish with. So I just only did 3 of them. But I think this would make a cute tag, don't you?
I do. That's what I was
Just like
asking.
that.
It would be absolutely cute.
I did a bunch of I got some I don't like that there. Uh ribbon. This ribbon, isn't that cute? And then I used my peg system and then just made a bunch of words when I did those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like velvety.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it had a really brand name on it, but thought it was cute.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's super.
yeah, I'm just gonna leave that like that,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see what we're gonna do with it.
Hey, can we talk about and Angela, let me publicly apologize to you. I didn't let's talk about the masculine journal. And I didn't mean to jump ahead, but I know you and I are making some plans, kind of talking a little bit about doing a masculine journal.
Yeah. Well, you did a masculine journal. We'll just say that's testing for your. You told me you were going to do that for your hubby.
Yeah. Yep.
And did he love it?
He loved it. He absolutely loved it. And it was kind of a test run. And I'm glad that I did it because now, of course, I guess every time I do a journal, I learn more and more, right?
Yeah.
And so there are some different things that I want to do. I haven't picked a cover or anything yet. Have you gotten that far?
Well, I am thinking about, and I actually have. Well, it will probably be a binder, but I have a one of the handyman journals.
Oh, yeah.
Let me grab it. It's right here.
Yeah, show me what you got. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use that. And it's in really good shape, this particular one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think I have several of them, but
Is it a 3-ring?
it is a 3-ring.
Okay.
That.
Because I think I have one, something like that.
Well, I may have more.
Oh, isn't that fabulous?
Mm-hmm. This particular one is. Where's this from? So I think this will be a good.
That is a good one. I thought I had something like, and if I don't have that, let me show you. I don't know. I could do something like this, but now I'd have to do.
Ooh, I like that.
Isn't this kind of a cool?
Well, I like the mechanical drawing stuff because I like the images.
Right. But golly, now I think I had.
So we're
Now, if I wanted to do a big one, let me show you these.
so while she's looking for that, we're planning on working on this in May before Father's Day, right? Yeah.
Look at these. How cool.
Ooh, and that's a cool cover.
But let me just tell you, you run into they're big.
Bigger
So
the
they're-
better. Go big or go home, sis. Go big or go home.
They're almost 8 by 11. You know, I see that. Cool. I mean, but you can make the pages whatever, you know,
Yeah, you
staggering
don't
the
have to.
pages or whatever. I don't know. Guys, vote in the comments. Tell me which
Karen.
one would you rather? They're both kind of, I mean, I don't know. I have a whole set of these.
Then
These
that's the
are
one I would
cool.
do. Because if you ruin one of them,
I mean, the image,
what do
these
you
are,
got to lose?
I know it's true, huh? And
Oh,
I
look
think,
at that.
yeah, this has got a signature in it. So I don't know. Let me see if I can tell you the year. I think it's the 60s. Well, of course, it's in all Roman numerals.
You can give it to me,
But-
though.
But these designs in these are absolutely fabulous. I don't know if I've ever done a flip through of them.
Oh, I don't think we need to vote any farther.
No, that's it. The Practical Handyman's Encyclopedia.
You got it. Then use some of the pages out of the other one.
Okay.
See, we're getting mechanical drawing. Oh nope, somebody said mechanical drawing. Oh, Veronica and Meg, they may be different from me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the mechanical drawing is a cool. I mean, look
it
at
is
these.
cool.
Look at these images. But
I
I
love
had
that.
another one that had it had illustrations like this, but it also had some that were in blue and red. And I'd never seen that before. They're really cool. But I've pulled from this one before.
Oh my gosh, did you see what my mother wrote? I'm sure
No,
you're
let's see.
really gonna appreciate that.
Oh yes, you could do that for your dad. I will help by giving you a list of my honey-do list for you. Oh look, Hazel. Hazel says, "Why stop at 1?" Well, sure, Hazel, I'll do 4. How about that?
That's right. I'm with you on that.
Hazel, isn't that the magic number 4?
Oh my god.
No, but I think, yeah, did you say this earlier? I think the point, we wanted to kind of do a masculine themed journal. So before Father's Day, just to give you some thoughts. And, you know, I think I want to do one for my honey for Father's Day.
Hey, Dave. Come here. We're gonna ask Dave.
Oh, yeah, let's get his opinion.
Let's see what he says. Now, I don't know what he's doing, but it sure smells good out there. Wait to look at Frida, and she cute. See, like okay, so while we're waiting for Dave to come back in here. Okay, the girls want to know. We're talking about handyman book right here. What would you use a journal if somebody made one out of this?
Probably.
Are you just saying that because you love me, or
No, I journal a lot. I mean, just do plain. I don't do fancy ones like you do. But
if I put,
maybe.
you would probably want all the pages in here,
Yeah, I
though.
actually want it the way it is.
Well, there you have it. He wants all the pages in there like it is. Yes, I would journal in it. Just give me the book like it is. I'd probably just write notes. There you go. Well, I'll, you know, or we can just make my mom happy and do the one for Dad and give him page after page of honeydew list. So these pages that I'm doing right now, these are from that compendium.
Is okay. Those are absolutely gorgeous. I wonder if I could pull my Uppercase magazine. I don't.
Oh yeah, if you have it. I mean, 'cause
Let me see.
it's been a while.
Let me see where it's at. It is. Oh, I see it right here. I'm telling you, it's the spine that just so quick and easy. So this is the one I got. This one, does it say? I don't even know. So this is from 2015, October, November, December. So it guess it's a quarterly, huh, Ange?
I think so.
It must be. I mean, just look at this. It's just really has some incredible fonts. I love that they recognize the artist. They like feature individual artists and what they do, several of them.
And that's what their entire encyclopedias are about too, which is so cool.
It is.
The feet. What? Okay. I'm sure I'm going to be able to hear that. He's vacuuming.
Listen, this was one of the things I remember when I did my flip through video. I remember reading about Dr. Ellen Lupton, and they describe her as an education evangelist. Aww. And I remember reading that and thinking, oh my God, that is so incredible.
That is cool. But yeah, they some of these artists are just, and the other thing, just to be back to the Uppercase, you Canadians will probably be able to find this much easier.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, huh?
Yeah, than us. For sure. I am so glad that you were all here. We won't keep you too much longer because we know you got your Sunday about ahead of you, but we're just so happy that so many of you joined us today while we chatted and crafted.
Just really, like Andrew said earlier, just wanted to catch up. I just like the interactions that we have, and
we'll try to do this. Both Carrie and I want to try to do this regularly when we can on Sundays.
Sure.
Even if it's not, even if it's just a quick one, but just to stay connected and see what we're all working on. And this was really nice because neither of us had a plan. We were just kind of we're all around crafting in a retreat. Speaking of that retreat, because
bye, Lindy.
Bye, Lindy. Because I got the 60s, we had to reschedule the virtual retreat. So the good news is, for those that weren't able to come in February, it will be March 9th. So we just had to move it. And I can assure you that you would not have wanted to have spent any time with me virtually that day. I was a hot mess, and I apologize for that. But on the Makers Market, which I will put in here for you so you can see it, you can hop over there, join us, and there's a sign up. And just, even if you don't know if you can attend all, some, or the day, just register so we at least have interest, and no pressure if you can't show up. It's not a big deal, but we would love to have you. And we're just going to have an entire day. We're going to do a show and tell towards the end of the day, so that will be really fun. It's going to be very relaxed, very casual, and part of it is a little bit of discovery, if you will, on what do you want to see in the future. I'm hoping to get to a point and have had a few of you ask about doing like a course where we just do a certain project from start to finish. And eventually the Makers Mark will allow me to put up some courses for you guys to do. So when that happens, we will talk about that. But it's really just a time for us to be a creative collective. You can choose, to have audio. We'll have a number of seats so you can, physically visit with us. And it's just going to be a good time. So I hope that you guys can be there. Oh, that's right. This was this on the back. I want to use that whole page after I just cut it. I'm excited too. Thank you, Veronica, for joining the party. And I would also say, be on the lookout for more Tag Your Turn videos. Those are, almost on the daily. And also, if you have a chance, jump on and participate in the Give a Scrap and look for more information on that in the future. And we'll keep you posted. Let's see. The next live will be Sarah at New England Junk Journals, and myself and Sandy will be live doing a live sale on Thursday. So if you have a chance, hop over to that. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
And for all you Instagrammers that joined us, thank you. I appreciate you very, very much. And thanks for letting me try that today.
What's the date? Susie wants to know the date. Do we know the
March,
date?
March 9th.
March 9th.
You got it.
March the 9th. Guys, this was so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming.
Well, thank you, Carrie. I hope we can do this again very, very soon so we can talk about petting.
Me too. Be fun.
All right, friends. I am going to say a goodbye and thank you once again. Don't forget to subscribe to Carrie, subscribe to all of our friends that we've talked about and who are here with us as well. This is a great community and we're pretty darn lucky. So we will talk to you next time.
Everybody have a good Sunday. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.